Hello and welcome to Hero Movement. Today I'm going to take you through a nice shoulder mobility and upper body warm-up. It's following on from last week's squat routine and lower body warm-up. It's a nice quick one you can use to improve your shoulder flexibility and mobility or prep yourself for your workout. As always, there's a free print off in the description below. So don't need any equipment, just a ball maybe or a bench, something you can balance over just to do a few of the exercises at the end. Let's go take a look. Okay, we're going to start with some basic shoulder circles. Hopefully you should be able to see me in the mirror from behind as well, so you get two angles. So just nice and easy, we're going to keep a little bit of awareness through the core so we're not flaring the ribs too much. And we just draw in nice big circles with the right arm, reaching forward, reaching up, allowing our shoulder to come up by our ear. Then when we hit that sticking point, we rotate the hand outwards and then back to the side. So we're just doing a few slow circles, exaggerated, and we can speed it up a little bit. So we're not going to spend very long on any of these exercises, we're just touching on them. So we're going to go forward now, so we're coming up into extension and then up over the top, really exaggerating that circle, trying to make it as big and as wide as possible, trying not to slouch forward too much, trying to keep a little bit of length up through the spine, a little bit of awareness through the core. Faster. Cool. Shake them out. Let's go to the other side. So we're extending forward or protracting the shoulder blade forward, then up and back. You can see I'm a little bit stiffer on this side. So we're trying to keep the arm straight and as close to our body as possible throughout the movement. So we can work towards doing this actually against a wall. But yeah, just working with what you got today. Speed it up a little bit. If you're a little bit clunky, that's okay. As long as you're not in any pain, there's no nasty popping and snapping. And again, shake them out, we'll go forwards. Into that shoulder extension, up overhead, really exaggerating. We're just basically just trying to get the blood flowing into the shoulder capsule and just extend our range of motion a little bit. So we're just kind of touching on the end range. Shake them out and let's go into some chest openers. So this is a good one for we're going to be working opening the chest, opening the front of the shoulders. We're also going into some thoracic flexion and extension as well. So we're going to start by giving ourselves a nice hug. So my right arm is underneath, and you can see I'm kind of in that flexed position here. And then what I'm going to do is open up, so the right arm comes up. I'm opening through the chest, but also got a little bit of thoracic extension as well. Not too much, we're still keeping some awareness of the core, so we're not completely flopping forward. We're just opening up, then giving ourselves a hug. Just do a few on each side, a few on this side, and we'll swap over. So flexing, extending. And time of breath with it as well if you want to. Inhale, exhale, shake them out, give yourself a hug on the opposite side, so your left arm's coming underneath, and we're extending, flexing, open up, and then curl back in. So we often get quite tight through the front of the shoulder from sitting, typing, that sort of rounded shoulder posture. So this is a great one to open things up before your session, or whenever you want really. Move into some thoracic rotation now. This is a nice one. You can start with just simple rotations. Just give your arms a little bit of a swing, have a bit of a dance. Trying to keep doing our best to kind of focus the rotation through the mid-back. It's very easy for us to dump a lot of that rotation through the lower back. So allow your hips to come into it a little bit, and then think about kind of pinching your shoulder blades together and leading that rotation with your shoulder blades. Just loosen things up a little bit. Lift it through the head as well. So you've got a bit of lightness, a sensation of decompression through the spine. Then we can bring the arms into it. So the arm that you're rotating with can come back up behind you into internal rotation. So this sort of position. So you're almost trying to get your hand to touch that area in between your shoulder blades. That bit where you can never quite reach to put a sun cream on. The other arm, just let it roam free. Practice your karate chops. Yeah, we're just focusing on that rear arm coming up. And again, a bit of awareness through the core. We don't want to be overextending too much. We don't want to be rounding forward too much. You know how to play around with both. They're not banned positions. Just have an awareness of where your sort of neutral is. Maybe spend a little bit more time there. Cool. So our next one is our classic Egyptian that you've probably seen me do in other videos if you followed the channel for a little while. So we usually do the Egyptian stretch with our arms extended. Today we're going to come into this T, it's not T, is it? Goalpost? American football goalpost shape. And one arm's going to come down into internal rotation as the other one comes back into external. So we're a bit like this. We're not letting the shoulder completely roll forward and the neck go like that. We're just trying to keep sort of neutral and then rotating gently, alternating between the two positions. So as you're scooping back, think about activating that serratus around here, so we're scooping back and under as the elbow kind of raises up. So that's going to help with any sort of pressing motion. But if you're in that front rack position as well, if you're front squatting, it's really going to come in handy. So just working internal and external rotation. Same time, we also get this sort of ringing effect through the mid-back, as if it's being sort of wrung out like a sponge, and get a bit of clicking and popping. That's okay. It's another one that looks a bit weird in the gym, but I can always use it on the dance floor as well. It's my ankle pop, everything's popping today. So you can go slower than me, you can go a little bit faster, whatever feels good for you. There's no strict rules. Let's head down to the floor for the next ones. Okay, so we're going to come into a bit of a lat stretch. So I've got this deflated stability ball, but a couch, a chair, something sturdy, a table, anything like that would work. So we're just going to go, you can do this on your elbows, or you can go in this extended position. I'm going to do this one today. We're looking at improving our overhead position, but also opening up through the side body at the same time. So we're not going to spend ages here. We're just going to get tight through the core, sit the hips back, roll the shoulders sort of up and back, and then let the chest sink down through, but without flaring the ribs too much. So we're keeping a little bit of awareness through the core. So you feel a bit of a stretch up through the chest, through the lats a little bit. Then what we can do, if you've got a ball like this, you can start moving your arms from side to side. shifting your hips a little bit. If you've got a static surface like a couch, then just shift your hips from side to side. So essentially we're just opening up the side of the body a little bit more. So right now I'm opening up more through this right side. Then as I shift across, open it up through the left. Just breathe in nice and freely, keeping a bit of awareness through your core so you're not dumping down too much. Just gently opening up from side to side. You might feel a little bit through the kind of the hip flexors as well. Shows how everything is connected. Cool. Oh, it's getting warm in here. Do a nice one that's going to open up through the chest, through the front of the chest, the shoulder, and the thoracic as well now. You come down onto the floor, onto your belly for this one. If we turn towards the left arm, we're going to have this sort of goalpost shape again. And then we're going to post up onto this left arm and then open our hip out to this right side. So we'll feel a bit of a stretch through the shoulder and also through the mid-back as well. So we could hold this here, but because we're doing our warm-up, we want it to be a bit more dynamic, so we'll open up to the other side and then we'll just alternate between the two. So we come back to the center, turn, post up on that left hand, and reach over, center, turn to the right, post up, and then open. You just roll between the two positions. This is one of my favorites because I get really tight through the mid-back and through the front of my shoulders. So this is a great one before any sort of pressing stuff. So ideally I want my shoulders to be closer to neutral before I start putting any load through them. So this is a good one to really do that. If we're coming at our bench press, our overhead press, or press ups, dips, anything pushing or even pull related, in that sort of rounded shoulder position, then we're starting at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to sort of the health of our shoulders and our ability to generate force too. A couple more. Next one is really good for opening up into shoulder extension. That's up behind us. This is a really good one for dips, for any sort of press movement as well. It's something that a lot of us lack. So we can have our fingers pointed behind us. That's a bit easier. If we can get them pointing forward, then that's great too. That would be sort of ideal. We're just sitting up, touch with the core, and then lifting, rolling the shoulders back and down and lifting up through the chest. And then to make the stretch a little bit more intense, you can just shift the bum forward. Feel the stretch come on. I'm gonna go this way with the hands because I've got dodgy wrists. Might need to shift a little bit more forward. So we're trying to really, we don't want to come into this rounded position. We want to keep things open. If that's where you want to stop, that's completely fine. If not, we can come up into this tabletop position, which looks very strange. You can feel a bit weird on the neck. So just lifting up the hips, and then we're just rocking back and forth. Be gentle with this one, particularly if you've not done it before. If you want to take things a little bit further, giving a bit of a shake out, you can get into that position and then just lift the hips. So we're in kind of this reverse plank then. We're building strength in shoulder extension, which is something that a lot of us lack. So we're tight through the core, tight through the bum. 3, 2, 1. Good. On to our last little sequence here. So grab your cushions or your ball or whatever it is, or a bench. Bench works fine for this one too. We're going to go into some YTLs. So these are some little strengthening exercises for muscles in the rotator cuff, keep the shoulder healthy, allow us to stay in kind of a nice stable position and have more awareness of our position. First ones are the hardest ones. Into shoulder flexion, so the arm is up, overhead, we can have the thumbs pointing up, and we're going to reach out and then roll the shoulder blade back and down to sort of lift the arm up. So you'll see what I mean now. We're just going to do some 8 reps of these. You can spend a little bit longer if you want. So we're just getting out over the ball or the bench. Hands are facing, or palms are facing each other, and then we're trying not to fall over, reaching out, squeezing up, back and down. So this is a position that I quite struggle with. It's something I've been working on a bit more lately. If you're looking to get a better handstand, a straighter line, more open shoulders, this is quite a nice exercise, particularly after we've already opened up through there a little bit. I've lost count, so we'll do 3 more. 1, 2, hold this last one, 3, 2, 1, and we lower. The next one is this T. So we're going to go palms facing down for this one, and we're going to scoop the shoulder blades together, like pinch them together to lift the arms up. So again, over the ball, and then we're squeezing together. So if there was a penny between your shoulder blades, you're trying to crush it. I don't know who can crush pennies, but maybe it's you. A couple more. And hold on the last one. Just really squeeze in. Crush that penny. 3, 2, 1. Let's go into the final one, the L's, because it's shaped like an L. So we're here, we're starting in this internally rotated position, and then we're scooping up and back to try and activate the serratus and some of the muscles in the mid back as well. This is the last one. All your effort. So we're in this hang archetype, and then scooping up and back. This one feels great. It's coming forward, up, back and down. So really, this is one of my favorite ones for shoulder function, general shoulder health. Squeeze, really pinching everything together, tight through the core. 3, 2, 1, and good. You're warm. I'm very warm. Good job. So hope you enjoyed that one. Hope your shoulders are feeling nice and open and ready. Don't forget, there's a free print off link in the description below. If you did enjoy, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. We've got lots more coming in the new year. And yeah, leave me a comment if you have a question or if you want to share anything really. I'll be back in 2019. I'll be back then. Have a healthy, heroic day. Have a great holidays. Happy New Year. And I'll catch you soon.